Hi, I'm Dr. Lambert here, and we're in the girls' room. I'm with Love Hannah Lucy, Bat Fat Betty, and Tiana Talking Tummy. These ladies are all flooding with their obesity. Let's hear what they have to say.
Well, Dr. Lambert, I have a problem with my love handles, and I can always never find the right size kind of jean that fits me right. What can I do about that?
We know what you could do. You could cut down on carb intake.
Anything else?
That's about it.
Thank you.
Well, I have back fat. It's awful. I can't fit into my fall formal dress. What could I do?
Well, you know, I have the great solution for you. You could do push-ups with arms, shoulders, and exercises.
All right. Thank you.
And me, I never ever know if my shoes are matching. I can't see past my stomach. I haven't been able to see past my stomach since I was 5 years old. I've always been severely overweight. What should I do?
Well, you could eat more vegetables, fruits, big foods, protein, chicken, meat, no fat in the meat.
All right, thank you.
Any more questions?
No.
I don't think so.
All you stick around at home, and you can all stay healthy because
Education today starts now!
Welcome to Education Today. I'm Chris Garatano, Armstrong School District's multimedia technician. It's no secret that Armstrong County has an energetic and motivated group of organizations who are working hard to keep the children of our communities healthy and strong. One group we already covered was that of Healthy Armstrong. Today we're going to talk to another very important cog in the ASD hierarchy, the Food and Nutrition Department. Ever wonder what is being served in our district schools or even how the menu is selected and why? I know that I have, and tonight we're going to take an in-depth look into the food service program of Armstrong School District. We have with us tonight Ms. Lou Ann Fee, the ASD Food Nutrition Coordinator, and Elise Johns, an intern working with the district from IUP. Welcome to Education Today, ladies. Would you please introduce yourselves and your current roles with the district?
Thank you. Well, Chris, I'm the Director of Food Nutrition Services. My name is Lou Ann Fee, and I work for the Armstrong School District. I have here with me Elise Johns. She is from the Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and she will be talking a little bit later in the program about the internship program.
Okay, sounds good. Well, welcome to the AHS-TV studio, and we'll work through this show here tonight. I understand that there are probably many facets to the program that you incorporate here. What are some of the different initiatives that you're currently working on?
Well, some of the services the food service provides for Healthy Armstrong are, we created wellness tips of the day to be read on the announcements. The IUP students created a healthy snack book. And this is just a nice little book that teachers can use when they're presenting at the wellness programs. And it includes things like for each program, there is a recipe for something for them to make, talks a little bit about nutrition, and then there's some type of nutrition game on each one. And an example, a nice one for Halloween would be Cat's Eyes, where it instructs the child to take 2 crackers, put a little peanut butter on it, a slice of banana and some raisin, and a raisin on top, and 2 of those together looks like a cat's eye, so that's nice for Halloween. Hot off the press, which Elise has just done for us, is our second edition of the Healthy Snack Book, and it has similar items, lots of great ideas. A couple of them that I liked was the fruit cake and a vegetable pancake this time, so I'm thinking the teachers will like this book just as much as the others. The IUP interns are always available to present nutrition topics to students and parents in classes or in meetings, and they do that quite frequently. I work with a dietitian on the wellness committee, and we create the recipes. We call them recipes of the week, and they're recipes, healthy recipes, watching it lower fat and lower sodium. And those are available in the grocery stores in local areas, and then also posted on the Healthy Armstrong webpage. In addition, the food service department has created a list on the web page, and it details the nutrition analysis of our menu items. It lists the calories, carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamin A, vitamin C, and iron. So they're able to see that for each item that we serve now, parents, and they do like that option. And that, again, is available under the Armstrong School District website.
Where would they, because I know that our website has a lot of different links at the top of it, so would they go under is it the department's link then?
Right, it would be under the food service department for that. And then you would choose the year, you would choose nutritional analysis and the year and the month.
Okay.
You can look at them all.
Okay. Now, healthy lifestyle choices are something that is being instilled into our students more and more every year. Where does the food nutrition program fit into this?
The lunch and breakfast program at Armstrong have made major changes in the past 10 years to encourage healthy eating, healthy food choices. Calories from fat in our meals have gone from 38% of the calories from fat to 26% in 10 years. That's major. The state requires 30%, so we're less than the state, which is wonderful. We've done that by switching to lunch meats to turkey products, turkey sausages, low-fat cheeses. We now incorporate a texturized vegetable protein in the taco meats and the spaghetti sauce, and that lowers the fat. Most importantly, we've eliminated the deep fryers in the kitchen. We also serve daily a side salad or a meal salad, several meal salad choices, and at least 3 or 4 choices of fresh fruits and vegetables daily. So those are all new items, and now most of the bread that we serve is whole grain. So as you can see, we have made quite a few healthy changes in the program.
Sure, it's a lot different than when I was in school and used to rush down to get the most greasy burger that they had in line. But
with French fries.
Well, yes, with the French fries, of course. It wasn't good if it wasn't greasy then, but I think even working within the schools, I do eat lunches here, and you know, the food choices are still pretty good, and it's nice to know that you can still eat good food and not have to worry about going to the gym for 2 hours afterwards just to burn it off. But
And we appreciate you supporting our program.
sure. Now, do you only deal with the servings in the cafeteria, or do you also have some control over the types of items that are found in the vending machines in our schools?
All the school vending machines in the student areas, not in the faculty rooms, but in the student areas, are handled by the food service department. And we do that to ensure that they meet the nutrition standards set by the Department of Education. The profit then that we make from those are split with the student groups, either the wellness committee or the student council. So it's a win-win situation.
Okay. And I've noticed even going through schools, again, just a quick flashback to when I was in school, you used to go down to the vending machines and you could buy a Snickers bar and, you know, like a can of pop or a bottle of pop or something. And now a lot of the machines that you see have water or Gatorade, some kind of sports drink or fitness drink in it. And even though some of the machines might still have like chips or something in it, it's like the baked or the low fat or whatever, the healthier side of it.
Baked pretzels, and also we've been trying to offer cheeses, milk, yogurt, and to some degree they are. You know, and I'd like to make that point. Students are eating healthier. They are making healthier choices. We see it in all of the production sheets that we do that analyze what they're taking.
Okay. Now, does the state have certain, well, I guess we kind of hit on this a little bit, but having the state having certain standards that you have to follow or meet, and I guess we've also talked a little bit about how you ensure those requirements are met, but is there anything to build off of that?
Well, the food service department follows the nutritional standards set by the Department of Education. Ours are a little tighter because we've worked with the wellness committee, which is the Healthy Armstrong Committee, and they're listed. We have a wellness policy on the web page, and those standards are also listed.
Okay.
There are too many to go into.
Now, one of the programs mentioned is a grant that the district received. And it seems that we have a strong group of leaders here because our district does seem to be qualified for, or has qualified for many grants over the last few years. So what is the name of this particular grant, and how did the schools receive it?
Well, this is the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program,
Okay.
but you do apply as a grant through the Department of Education. Schools with an enrollment of 50% of the students that qualify for free or reduced lunches qualify for this grant. So last year we had 5 schools that qualified, and that was Dayton Elementary, Lenape Elementary, Shannock Valley Elementary, West Hills Primary and West Hills Intermediate.
Okay. Is there any connection between this grant and the grant received by the Physical Education Department?
Yes, they're all part of the wellness initiative set by the Department of Education.
Okay. And I guess these are all separate things that you have to apply for, so it's kind of nice because our district now is working with a couple of different grants that all work together as part of the state standards. Then,
Correct.
right?
We've been very, very lucky to have Healthy Armstrong as part of our district, and they've just recently received another grant.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay. Now, will you try and expand the program to the other schools in the district that don't already receive it?
I'll continue to apply each year. This is a program that I would love to see in all our schools. Unfortunately, only certain schools qualify. I'm looking to find additional funding sources so that we could offer it in at least all the elementary schools.
Okay. Now, why do you only have the fruit and vegetable grant at West Hills Primary and Dayton Elementary currently?
Well, we did apply at the other schools, but we were only awarded at West Hills and West Hills Primary in Dayton. I guess since only so many schools in the state of Pennsylvania get it, we're lucky to have 2 of our schools that did receive the grant this year. And that's the first time, this is the first time. We've had it in other schools, single schools, but this is the first time we're doing multiple buildings.
Okay, good. Now, has the program, how is the program ran in our schools in general?
The program, the purpose of the program is to introduce new and different types of foods to students, fruits and vegetables, and then to offer them a healthy mid-morning snack. What we did is we sent a newsletter home to parents, and you have a copy of that that you'll show, and it lists the different fruits and vegetables that we'll serve each day. I'll just give you a couple examples because we tried to do something different, and Elise was involved in that. We tried to do something different every day, serving things like red raspberries, grape tomatoes, honeydew melon, yellow watermelon, sickle pears, escarole, mango, starfruit, which was a student's favorites, asparagus, Swiss chard, pomegranate, watercress, pomelo. These are things that they wouldn't normally try, and we're happy to be able to do that and let them have a try at it. The food service then prepares these snacks, and the students, 2 students from each homeroom come down and pick it up. We take it to the classroom. The teacher shows a flashcard that, again, Elise was involved in preparing, and the flashcard shows the product in its original state. And then in the back they read just some little tidbits about it. And for instance, this is a canary melon. It's from the white vegetable fruit group. It's large, bright yellow melon. It's slightly tangier than a honeydew, and it has a good source of vitamin A and vitamin C. So those are the types of things she's doing. A red banana. It's from the white food group. It's smaller in size than a common banana. The peel is deep red or purple color, and it has a slight raspberry banana flavor. So every day they see, too, what they're eating, and they hear a little bit of information about it. The interns created the flashcards for us, and they do a great job, and I know that was a lot of work for her. So.
I'm sure there's, I know you can't see so much at home on the cameras, but there's a stack of, I don't know, there's probably got to be at least, I don't know, 50, 80, 100 of them in there.
I think there's about 100.
Yeah, I mean, so I can imagine that'd take a little bit of work to try to get prepared for them, but at the same time, for instance, I've never heard of this red banana before, but I've seen things like this in the store, so maybe this will help when the kids are even going shopping with their parents for groceries, and they can recognize it from these images when they're at the stores. Then they can say, hey, I tried that at school, that's pretty good. Something maybe the parents wouldn't even originally thought of purchasing.
That is happening.
Now, as a result, have you noticed either in the schools or outside of the schools or both in your experiences an increase in fruit and vegetable consumption in general or specifically at these 2 schools?
At those 2 schools, we have seen a slight increase, but we've seen an increase in fresh fruits and vegetables across the district. Kids are, again, I'd like to say, eating healthier. What we've noticed at those 2 schools, though, are that they're more willing to try new products, give it a taste and give it a try. So the program has shown a lot of improvement on that end of it.
Okay. Now, do you think that children are enjoying the fresh fruit and vegetables being served?
They are. They thank the cafeteria staff all the time when they're coming through the lunch line, and the teachers who are incredibly supportive of this program tell me that the students really enjoy it. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the teachers, because that is an extra time spent during their day, but they appreciate it and they're happy to have the program, and they are very supportive of it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. Stick around.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like, or what role I would play, or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name is Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
We're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We're talking about Armstrong School District's Food and Nutrition Program with Luann Fee and Elise Johns. Welcome back from commercial, ladies. I'm sure that there's a lot that goes into holding a position such as yours and the internships as well. Let's focus for a minute on that. What is a diabetic internship, or dietetic internship, excuse me?
A dietetic internship is a program accredited through the American Dietetic Association. And most schools have them if they have a food and nutrition department on the campus. And it has to be accredited through the ADA in order to get your RD, which is registered dietitian. So those are the credentials you have to get at the end, once you get at the end of your internship. You spend a lot of the times working in different rotations. Required by the ADA is a clinical rotation, so something in the hospital. A food service rotation, which is what I'm doing at Armstrong School District, and then some kind of rotation in a community-based setting. And a lot of different schools add different rotations or make them personalized, so you can add your own rotation. So if you're interested in sports nutrition, they may give you some time with a sports nutritionist. Most importantly, at the end of your dietetic internship, you'll have the credentials of RD, and that means you're a registered dietitian and you can work in hospitals.
Okay. Is that your goal, to eventually be working in a hospital setting?
Personally, I don't think I'm really interested in a clinical-based setting, but I start that rotation on Monday, so I guess we'll see on Monday if I like working in a hospital. But right now I want to work more in the communities.
Okay. What kind of requirements need to be met for this?
In order to get into a dietetic internship, you have to have your Bachelor's of Science degree from a food and nutrition department. And it doesn't always have to be from food and nutrition, but you do have to take the required classes. So if you get it in a different major, like English or something like that, you'll have to take all the requirements of like biochem and organic chemistry and things like that in order to have the prerequisites to get into the program. And then once you're in the dietetic internship, a minimum of 900 supervised practice hours have to be met. And I know at IUP they give us more hours just so that we can get a little bit more experience, and that way if we do have something that's going on and we have to take time off, we will have the 900 hours that are met. And then once you're done with the internship, you do have to take a test and pass the test, and then you'll have your RD. And throughout your career, you're never done learning, which I learned when I first got here. So you have to meet 75 CPE credits a year, every 5 years to keep up with your licensure.
Okay. It's similar to what educators have to do too then, keeping up with their credentials. So, what was your favorite part about your rotation with the Armstrong School District?
Truly, I've enjoyed pretty much everything I've done. I really like working on all the creative projects, like the flashcards and the recipe books. I've really enjoyed working in all the different cafeterias and getting to meet all the different ladies that work there. They've been so nice to me, and everyone's so helpful and telling me things to do and where to go, and they just are really, really, really kind and genuine people. But I think probably my favorite project was the recipe book. I really enjoyed putting that together. And I even sent it to my parents who work as educators in Palmdale School District, which is in Southern California. Mm-hmm. But I've really enjoyed working on that. I think I just like being creative on my projects. So,
Well, that makes it easier, I'm sure, to work on those projects, and I could tell that there had to be some serious time put into some of those things there.
Yeah.
What were some of the differences between your undergrad and internship?
I did my undergrad in Southern California, where I'm from, at Cal State Long Beach, and it was a very competitive atmosphere because a dietetic internship is incredibly hard to get into. You volunteer and you work basically for free to try to get into these programs, and you work all the time. You have to have food service experience and community experience. You volunteer in the hospitals, and on top of that, you basically need a 4.0 GPA. So I think that is a difference because now that we're interns, it's not as competitive, and we just kind of are like friends, and we're here to help each other out. But in my undergrad, it was almost like if you got a better grade than someone else, it was almost like they were out for revenge on the next time. So, and we don't spend any time in the classroom as interns, really.
Okay.
We took summer classes in the very beginning. We took 8 units to kind of bridge us all to see what the gap was, and fill that gap of knowledge. And then now I haven't been to IUP's campus probably since August. So I just have been working at Armstrong School District.
That's kind of nice, and it's like having a job then. You don't have to worry about reporting to the school or anything like that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm finally getting out in the workforce after 5 long years of chipping away at my undergrad.
What makes an IUP internship a unique experience for you?
They focus on what I want to eventually get a career in. They focus on community and education. So public speaking is one of their main components of the program. They want to make sure that we can all speak in front of groups of people or individually and things like that. But for me personally, just the change of scenery and the culture. And because I always grew up in a big city in California, Long Beach is about 20 minutes from the city of Los Angeles. So I've always worked with just in big cities and that atmosphere. So every time I do something here, it's a new experience for me. Anytime I walk out of my house and see something, it's just a culture shock every time I walk outside. So that in general is probably why it's so unique for me, and I feel like I'll be a more well-rounded candidate when I'm done because I'll have the experience of both a big city and a rural community to pull from.
Mm-hmm. And around here, we all know that we're quite rural between Armstrong and Indiana, I guess, is where you're currently at. So what are you most looking forward to in the coming months of the internship?
I think just the experiences I'm going to get out of this internship. I'm really looking forward to clinical. It's kind of what our teachers have talked about since the beginning of time, since we started as undergrads, as freshmen, just what we're going to experience in clinical and working finally in the hospital setting. I'm looking forward to intervention and the education rotation, where you work and you're teaching in classrooms and counseling patients one-on-one. We do a lot of counseling at the YMCA and then at IUP. I'm looking forward to that rotation more because that's more of what I'm interested in. But I've had a really good time, and I'm interested to experience all the different seasons and weather changes and everything I can out here. We've gone to a lot of different festivals, and we're trying to do as much as possible so that I can experience the East Coast while I'm out here.
Right. Maybe we were talking at a commercial break about how you said when you got off the plane coming from California, you were wearing shorts and a tank top or something, and you had to go out and buy some blankets because it was a little colder this way, huh?
Yeah, as soon as I got back out here, I was on a 10-day vacation for an ADA conference out in San Diego. And as soon as I got back, I went to Walmart and bought a space heater and some blankets and 4 sets of thermals. I've never even owned a pair of thermals or snow boots for that matter. So California is pretty much 75 degrees and sunny.
So how much longer do you have left in the program now before you'll be done?
We officially end the program June 29th. So I have the clinical rotation, and then I have an education and intervention rotation, and that's February through May. And we spend 3 weeks in a WIC clinic. So one of the weeks will be in Harrisburg, and that's at the end of May. And then we're officially done June 29th. And we have 2 classes at the very end that we have to take.
Okay. Now, is there any particular field of dietetics? I guess we've hit on this, but anything more specifically about the particular field of dietetics that you want to get into? Maybe you're focusing in on for your career.
I want to work with public policy and dietetics. So when I was actually at the ADA conference, I met a very good networking connection through the California Dietetic Association, and they work in Sacramento. So I emailed her as soon as I got back, and she said as soon as I was done with my internship to email her and let her know when I'm done and if I'm interested in having a job with them. But I'm also interested in working in inner city schools and communities, either with WIC, which is the Women, Infants, and Children program, or just with school districts in general promoting healthy eating and physical activity. I was lucky enough to sit in on a meeting here with Healthy Armstrong, and Shannock Valley Elementary is doing a program called Walk Across America. So I decided to call up my mom's school and ask if they wanted to participate in Walk Across America, and so I'm organizing that for her school at Ocotillo Elementary in Palmdale, and they're going to walk to Shannock Valley Elementary, and Shannock Valley is going to walk to them. So it's kind of an interesting program. So I'm interested in doing things like that, more with the community. I'm in the process of developing my Spanish a little bit better, so that way once I get back to California, I'll be more marketable in the position. So I'm just excited to finally start working. I know everyone says I'm crazy for that, but I'm excited to finally have some income.
Yeah, that's the nice part about it. I mean, the good thing is what you're doing now is going to kind of get you used to being in the workforce, and then it's just a matter of getting that paycheck at the end of the month, right?
Right.
Was there anything else that we didn't hit on from the program that you wanted to touch on now?
I don't think so. I just think that the most important part when looking for someone to help you with your nutrition-related problems is to make sure they have the credentials of RD after their name. Because I know a lot of people out there are writing books and going on TV and talking about things and they claim that they're nutritionists, but you don't have to have any credentials to be a nutritionist. We sat in on a lecture just a couple weeks ago, and the lady said you can be a nutritionist overnight. You can go online and get your credentials to be a nutritionist. So it's important when looking for someone that they have the RD initials after their name, because then you know that they've gone through this intensive internship and they really are an expert in the field of nutrition and dietetics.
Okay. Mrs. V, is there anything else that you would like to add to wrap up the program?
We take 4 interns from IUP. We take 1 at each of the rotations that they have, and they are a huge asset to the school district, so that's a win-win situation for both IUP and for us, and we're very glad to host them.
Okay. And just last thing to follow up on, people, I mean, obviously we've talked about what the school district is doing. Is there any resources that maybe the people who are watching at home might be able to refer to? I know we talked about the website, but anything else that they might be able to refer to when they're keeping healthy nutrition in mind for themselves and their family?
They could visit the American Dietetic Association website. Lots of good information there. And of course the Healthy Armstrong and the school district have a lot of information on their sites also.
You can actually just go to IUP, and if you go to the food and nutrition department, they'd probably be more than happy to help you. We do a lot of counseling at the YMCA, and you're working with interns, so it's free.
Okay.
Because we pay to be interns.
Right.
So
we've had some students that have needed nutrition counseling that the nurses have recommended to our interns, and they've worked with them after school in the district just a few times, but again, another wonderful service.
Okay. Well, I thank both of you guys for being down here and taking part in the show. Good luck with the rest of your education there, and hopefully you find something pretty quickly. And we wish you guys both the best of luck with your programs that are going on both in this school district and what you'll be doing in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is our show for today. I'd like to thank our guests, Luann Fee and Elise Johns, for taking time out of their busy schedules to come down and talk about this very important subject in our school districts. Our thanks go out to the TV production students of Katanning Senior High School, led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson, They were our film crew for today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. Visit our website for updated news and information about the district, and have a great week.